We've got a little update from the last that we were showing you on these dive knives. Yesterday at about 7 a.m. we put them in the saltwater bath. About five and a half hours later, we took them out and they've been sitting since then. So that is about 22 hours that they've been just sitting here. So again, as far as like the salt content goes, you know, it's caking up around the hardware, around the screws, around the back pieces here, but we haven't taken these out of the sheath yet. So most likely there's still some moisture inside of these. There's not really any rust visible on the hardware still, which is a good sign. So far so good, I think, on a lot of the hardware. But let's open these up and see where we're at rust-wise on the blade. So definitely still wet on the inside of the sheaths. As far as maintenance goes on a dive knife, it doesn't matter what it's made out of. What you should do if you use a dive knife or if you have a dive knife is as soon as you get back to land or as soon as you get back to a place where you have access to fresh water, you should remove the dive knife from its sheath, clean it, get the salt water off, and probably let the thing fully dry, especially the sheath. One of the biggest culprits of rust on everything is moisture inside of your sheath. That can happen for guns that you may own, it happens for knives, it happens for other tools that you find in your garage. Anywhere that moisture will collect and stay, it's going to interact with the oxygen around it and you're gonna get rust. Real quick, we'll take a look at the other blade. Same thing, it's definitely still wet on the inside of these sheaths. A little bit of rust here and there, still some moisture on the kind of on the edge and all of that. One of the things that I almost expected to see that I still am not seeing is on the front pieces of hardware. Those are inside of the sheath. They seem fine to me. Everything's good except for moisture inside the sheath. So again, since these knives are going to be powder coated, a lot of this rust is going to be a non-issue because that steel is going to be protected. The edge, definitely you're going to have to maintain. You're going to have to make sure that you keep them dry and clean whenever you possibly can. But this is 22 hours of these knives sitting there with salt water inside of the sheath on them. So a little bit of maintenance is going to avoid all of that rust, period. We are going to see how much of this rust, on the blade in particular, we're going to see how much of this rust we can get off using just a regular sponge with some dish soap. We're not going to use the abrasive side of this because we don't want to leave scratch marks on the blades. This really shouldn't have much of an effect on powder coat. If you were to use just a normal, like, everyday kitchen sponge, the powder coat should hold up pretty well, but just be careful using anything abrasive to avoid scratching your finish. Some of this rust was there from what we had done the day before when we were testing the other day, and we just didn't clean anything off. So some of this rust has been setting on the blade for 2 days. So I think it's important to know that you're gonna need, if you do end up getting rust on your blades, you're gonna need probably a little bit more than just soap and water. Some of that rust came off, but at this point, some of that is set. So it's a lot less than it was. Almost all the rust came off of the engraving there. A lot of that came off, but not everything. So a little bit more elbow grease or maybe a little bit of like a mild solvent. Don't use anything too harsh as far as chemicals go. Now this other blade, this is the one that didn't really have rust on it. We're gonna see if that set on this blade. So right away, I'm noticing that the vast majority of the rust came off of this second blade. And that, I believe, is going to be because it didn't sit as long. A little bit left on the engraving there. I didn't really scrub that much anyway. There's a little bit on the blade here and here. Little spot there. A little bit on the other side, but really most of that came off with soap, water, and a regular sponge. No abrasives, no other special chemicals, just the way you would clean stuff in your kitchen at home. A little bit of maintenance goes a really long way with these. They're gonna be powder coated. So again, all you gotta do is make sure that your blade edge and your engraving is clean and dry. Don't let your sheaths sit full of water. As soon as you can, take the knife out, clean it, rinse out the inside of your sheath, do the best you can to keep your sheath clean and dry, and rust is not going to be an issue even in some pretty harsh saltwater environments. Quick update on what we've been doing with these dive mags as far as the testing goes. You guys have seen everything we've done already. We wanted to kick it up a notch and really give these things a run for their money. So what we've done is we've left them in our Idaho ocean water since last week. They've been there for 5 days plus a couple hours at this point. A lot of the water's evaporated. That's why there's some salt kind of forming on the clips here. There's some stuff really starting to show from these just kind of like sitting in the water while it evaporates. There's a little bit of stuff showing around some hardware. Other than that, not much has changed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these out. I'm gonna pull this out of the sheath just so you can see it, but then we're gonna put it back in wet. So definitely some more oxidation. Most of it is still forming around the engraving, which is interesting to me. There must be some kind of reaction that goes on with the way the laser marks the steel that helps promote rust. A little bit of rust developing while it's sitting in the water, but it's still nothing too crazy considering that it's been there for 5 days. Like, we're pushing a week at this point. So I'm gonna make sure this is nice and wet. And that is gonna sit there until we get back from the Hunt Expo, which means that these are gonna be sitting in the sheath wet for 6 or 7 days before we get back to them. So we're looking at approximately a week of time with these just sitting in the wet ocean water. This one, same difference, a little bit of rust developing here and there. This is interesting that there's a little bit of rust showing around the hardware, but the hardware itself seems fine. So it's probably just the way it's moving around in the water. Make sure these are nice and wet. We're gonna check on these in about 6 days. This is the last little part of our testing, I guess, that we're gonna show you guys. So where we last left off, we had left these knives in the water for, I believe it was like 5 or 6 days or close to a week. Then we went to a show. We just got back from that show. We left on Wednesday, today's Monday. So we're talking another 5 to 6 days that these knives have just been sitting here. We left them in the sheaths when we took them out of the water. So it's very likely that there's probably still some moisture inside of them. We're gonna take them out, we're gonna take a look and just see what we have. So we'll start with this guy first. There's definitely some salt buildup inside of the hollow barrel here, but I'm not seeing any kind of corrosion there. A little bit of rust probably on the back end here. Hardware to me still looks like it's just fine. There might be a little bit of corrosion on some of these edge nuts here. There's a little bit of blue that would suggest to me that it's probably the brass. Otherwise, the outside of these look really good. Everything still seems to be fine, at least workable, usable. And this is pure neglect again. So, checking this out. They're dry, they are dry now, but as you can tell, not much more rust developed from what was already there to begin with. And most of the rust appears to be coming from the engraving. So that's something that we're gonna look into to see why that might be happening. But most of the rust on this blade is probably coming from the engraving and then kind of dripping down, and then it's gonna start sticking to the blade past that. So still, we're gonna powder coat these, and that's gonna eliminate the vast majority of what you see here. If there's a little bit of rust on your engraving and it's powder coated, it's not gonna be a big deal. The edges are still fine. Everything still is what it is, so they're sharp like they were. They're just a little bit of rust here and there. I'm surprised that there wasn't more, to be honest, especially sitting there for days just covered in salt water. So that's one. The second one, just the salt buildup that we expected to see, that we were already seeing, really. So again, we've got close to a week of these sitting where they've been sitting. That is pretty similar. Most of the rust is right around the engraving. On the other side, there's a little bit on the blade that that I would say probably is not because of the engraving. A lot of that's going to clean right up. And again, we're talking, this is quite a bit of neglect. The climate here is a lot drier in Idaho than it is in, coastal areas, of course. So this knife in a coastal area may still have had some moisture on the inside of the sheet if it was just ignored and left there. I think the main lesson here is, as long as you as a customer take care of these, as long as you maintain them when you get a chance, clean them up, dry them out, let the sheaths dry out, you're not going to deal with a lot of rust here. I'm surprised that there's not more rust, to be honest. N690 is a really highly stain resistant steel. It's a great steel for that. And at the same time, you're going to get a quality knife that you could actually use on the boat aside from diving. So if this is the knife that you just had on your boat, I would say, heck yeah, use that as a dive knife and use it for whatever else.